we want to graph the system of inequalities that we see before us. Now, we kind of have to take into effect, we know there's an x squared, so that's a quadratic, so we know that's not going to be a line. We have to remember what we did a number of chapters ago, and that's actually going to be a parabola. So I'm going to start with one color, and I'm going to use that y is greater than or equal to x squared minus 4. Now, you want to remember all those rules we talked about. So I know it's been a long time ago, but let's just try. So this says that it is a parabola. The x squared term is positive, so we know that it goes up, so it opens upward. Now we want to find some y-intercepts or x-intercepts. You know, that would help us. We know where it intersects the y-axis. Remember, minus 4 tells us the original one was moved down 4. So we start at the origin because there's nothing attached to x, and we go down 4. So we know that's where the vertex is going to be. Now let's see if we can find our x-intercepts. So that would be y is greater than or equal to x minus 2, x plus 2. If it's going to be x-intercepts, y is going to be 0. So that means I just need to set each one of my terms equal to 0. So I've got x minus 2 equals 0. X plus 2 equals 0. So x is going to be 2 and x is going to be minus 2. So I can plot that. So I've got a 2 and I've got a minus 2. And we know it opens up. So now I just have to make a pretty parabola. We know I'm not very good at that, so I'm going to try really hard. So there's going to be my one side. And then it's a mirror reflection on the other. Oh, that went awry. Okay, it's not perfect, but it actually looks better than most of the ones that I draw. So I've got that parabola. Now I'm going to take a look at this other one. And when I look at the other one, I notice that it is x plus y is less than or equal to 2. Well, that makes me think, okay, it's a line, so I need to get it in y equals mx plus b format. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. I'm going to get y is less than or equal to minus x plus 2. So that tells me that the slope is minus 1 and the y-intercept is 2. So I'm going to go find 2. Here's my 2. Now minus 1, so I'm going to go down 1 to the right one, down 1 to the right one, so it intersects right there. Now the other thing is I can go up 1 and to the left one, up 1 and to the left one. Oh, look at that, it intersects on there too. Now for this one, it also says it's equal to, again, so this is going to be a solid line. I'm going to try really hard to go and get. Not too bad. Now, I need to figure out where I'm going to shade. So let's do, I like 0, 0, just because it's so darn easy. So let's try 0, 0. So that means I would have, in the blue one over here, I'd have 0 is greater than or equal to 0 minus 4, and 0 is greater than or equal to minus 4. That's a true statement. So I know that that's true. Now what about for my other one? I've got 0 plus 0 is less than or equal to 2. So 0 is less than or equal to 2. Oh, hey, that works too. So right now, that tells me that I'm going to shade inside here. Okay, I've got that going on. Now, am I going to need to shade anywhere else? Well, what do you think? You never know, right? You might want to try it. So let's say that we want to pick the point 3, 3. So if I pick 3, 3, for this one I'd get 3 is greater than or equal to 9 minus 4. I'd have 3 is greater than or equal to 5, which is not true. And then for this other one, I would have 3 plus 3 is less than or equal to 2, and 6 is less than or equal to 2, which we also know is not true. So that means that there's no shading outside of the parabola or up and to the right of the line. So what we have is the final answer.